Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Cooning with TK once again. So, it is late night. I wish I could say I'm getting ready for bed, but I am not. I'm just taking a break from studying and I'm making food because I'm hungry. So then I just thought, let me just take this video because I'm actually enjoying these late night videos because they're so random and they're so raw and authentic. It's like anything that I think about at the time. Sorry if I'm shiny. I had a bath, so anyways, my night routine. Anyways, yeah. So I like taking night videos. I feel like they're very authentic and they're very raw. Like I don't really plan what I'm gonna say. It's just anything that I think about. And yeah, like I said, this channel I want it to be relatable. So me taking raw, authentic videos is basically what I want to be doing on this channel. Now, if it is your first time joining me, please do subscribe, like, and share the video. And if it is not your first time joining me, well then, welcome back, and thank you so much for the continuous support. And please continue to support me, like and share the video, and tell your friends to tell their friends, because the more we are, the merrier. Ooh, I am a mess. I need to go to the salon ASAP. Anyways, so this is just for people that have been asking me why, like if I go to church, because I know I'm not about to recruit nobody. I believe in God and I pray, and no, don't tell me about the whole white God, black God thingy. I just believe in God. I believe that there's an Almighty. I believe that there is powers that are beyond us. Yes, it's something that we can't really explain. I believe in that, and that's what I pray to. So don't ask me about the white God and the black God and things like that. I don't like it when I say that and then people are like, oh, so you believe in the white God? Like, I just said I believe in God. I didn't say I believe in white, pink, or yellow God. I just said I believe in God. So to me, something that is above me, something that I can't really explain, the mighty power or the almighty power that helps me, sustains me, and helps me reach my goals and keeps me motivated, and something that I can speak to or pray to, and well, that is not like that I can't see face to face, but I have faith that it's gonna work. That is the God that I believe in. So don't be asking me about, like, please. Anyways, so then I believe in God, and I strongly believe that as people we should have a belief system of some sort. We should have a belief system of some sort. And yes, we do have questions sometimes when it comes to other things, and that is normal. I feel like when you have questions about things, that means that your mind is working. You are looking beyond what is presented to you, and that is absolutely normal. But for you to say no, you don't, for you to not believe in anything and expect things to go the way that you want. I mean, I get hard work, right? I get hard work and ambition. Obviously, whatever that you believe in is not just gonna hand you things on a silver platter. You have to meet it halfway with whatever that you're doing. Obviously, hard work. If you're praying, or if you want to have distinctions or get distinctions in school or finish your degree and things like that, obviously you can't just sit and go party and sleep and just say, I believe in God, God is gonna. No. So obviously whatever that you believe in it's going to meet you halfway. So basically, with my method or with my belief, when it comes to success is, or when it comes to reaching your goals and dreams, it's 50% you. It's 50% you, the things that you do on a daily basis, studying, applying for jobs if you're looking for jobs, depending on whatever that you want. It's 50% what you do and 50% on what your God does or what your belief system brings to you. So you can't just sit and hope that, things will just fall into place on their own just because you're praying every day, or just because you're burning incense every day in Beppo, or just because you are like, you can't do that. And even when you burn in Beppo, you speak to the ancestors and stuff like that. So I strongly believe that we should all have a belief system. Some people believe in law of attraction. I actually do believe in law of attraction as well. I feel like when it comes to beliefs, I'm very open-minded, I'm very open-minded, and I'm at a point in my life, or I'm at a stage in my life where I've tried a lot of things. Like I believe in law of attraction. I believe in attracting whatever it is that you want. I believe in affirmations. I believe in God, like I'm saying. I believe in ancestors. I am very open-minded, and these things that I've actually tried, I've seen that they work for me. Someone might try something and it might not work for them, and I mean, that's okay. And I feel like also with the belief system, it's about your faith as well. Do you believe that whatever that you are manifesting, or whatever that you're speaking into the universe, is going to bounce back to you? Do you believe that, oh, you're just doing it because I am doing it? That is not your thing. Are you praying to God just because your parents are praying to God, but you don't understand, or you don't believe whether it's going to be delivered, anything that you want? So I believe I'm very open-minded when it comes to beliefs. But now, like I started this video, I said most people, when I say, because I think I have mentioned this before, like I wake up and I pray. I wake up at 3 every day. I pray and I meditate, and I do my affirmations and all of that stuff. Like, so that, me dedicating, because that takes me an hour every day, like every morning. So that my belief system, I dedicate an hour to my belief system every day. So obviously, I would be seeing result because I have faith in everything that I do, in the praying, the meditation, the speaking things into existence and things like that. I believe in all of that. So now when, like, maybe like I'm getting close to someone and I tell them all of this stuff, and then they're like, but you wake up and pray, but you don't even go to church. Or their second question is like, do you go to church? And I always have to explain myself when it comes to this question. Like, I always have to explain myself. And I'm just like, okay, I go to church, but I only go to church when I'm home. I go to church when I am in KZN. When I'm in Joburg, I don't go to church. And yes, I explained that. When I'm in Joburg, I don't go to church. And then obviously the follow-up question is why? Because I haven't found a church that I think I like, or not like, but I haven't found a church where I've gone or visited and I was just like, wow, like I feel something, I feel like I want to come back. And then there is a part of me also that is very paranoid when it comes to churches. And I mean, firstly, my church that I go to back home, I basically grew up around that church. I trust them with my life. Like, not even on Sundays, I know I can call my pastor anytime. I can just call her and just have a talk with her, like my mother. Some things that I can't like discuss with my mother, or I'm scared to tell my mother something and stuff like that. I know I can call my pastor and I can like speak to her. She's like a mother to me. So it's that's a relationship that we have. And if I'm having like some sort of problems, or I need help with something, spiritual problems and things like that, I know that I can call her and it's fine. So it's loyalty. Besides loyalty, because she has even told me that, Tandega, you should, oh, by the way, people that don't know, my full name is Tandega. She's like, Tandega, you should actually find a church that side. And I don't want to look for a church, I don't want to go out looking, because I that doesn't make sense to me. Why should I look for a church, she always tells me I should find a church because going to church actually like helps you, your spirit and things like that. And I'm always open also to invites. Like when my friends invite me to their churches, I always go, I never decline. But I feel like I'm very paranoid when it comes to churches. Because churches this day and age have become like a business. They've become like a business. They've become like a human trafficking rings. They have become money making schemes, and I feel like people that go to these churches, they get so sucked up in this whole thing of believing that the pastor is their god, and whatever the pastor says goes. It's like they even lose their senses. And I know for a fact when someone joined the church, it's not like they said, okay, I'm gonna get there and I'm gonna lose my mind, I'm gonna lose my senses. It's like there's something that these pastors do to people. They just make people blank, because when people come out of that whole would I say phase, or is it's not phase, but when people come out of that whole thing that they were in, maybe the church collapses or something, and they get interviewed. I'm sorry. They get interviewed, and some are just like, I don't even remember what was going on. It's like I blacked out. So obviously these pastors do a lot of things, and I've done my research on these things, and I know that some pastors, they do believe in some powers that are not really godly. They have to make some sacrifices that are not like deemed as godly. They have to do some things to feed these spiritual things that they're using, or these spiritual things that they're traveling with. They have to feed those things, and for them to feed them, most of the time they have to make some sacrifices. And I was so shocked when I actually did my research on these marine spirits. Apparently there's like marine spirits where they're like, every month you have to sleep with a virgin to reinstate the power that you have. And then it just dawned on me like, wow, so that's why we actually have a lot of pastors having sexual assault cases, and and all these girls that they sleep with. Perfect example is this Pastor Omotoso guy. I was following that case before, but now I don't even see a lot of coverage on it. I don't know if maybe I'm not looking well enough or something. Like I just see updates on it, but like before I was following even live streams of the case, but now there's none of that. Where Shirel Zondi was the first like witness, where she was like telling like the whole world what was happening, and so it made sense to me. Like that's why, and it's not like Omotoso is the first guy who is the first pastor. I have to call him pastor. He's the first pastor who's actually been accused of, sexual misconduct within the church. And you find that most of the time when these pastors are accused of these things, it's with young women. It's with young innocent women or young virgins. And it was just like, wow, when I read about this whole marine spirit thing, apparently they go to this to the sea in the middle of the night, and then they sleep, they have sex with the mermaid, and then the mermaid tells them that now they're gonna have power, and they're gonna have hypnotizing powers, so they're able to hypnotize virgins, and they're able to hypnotize the congregation into doing anything that they want. And it's just like, when I read, I was like, oh my gosh. And there's so many people that risk their lives for their churches. There are so many people that would rather be sleeping in poverty or be poor, but just make sure that the pastor has everything. There are pastors that have private jets. I mean, where does that come from? I understand. I remember there's this friend of mine, she invited me to a church, and fine, her pastor was driving a nice car and stuff, but then his wife is a doctor and he is also like working in the finance industry. So you see, those people, you can understand where they get the money from. But then the other pastors, where I don't know, is it money for tithes? Is it like the tithe thing like that we do? So you see, this Amatoso case, actually, just when it started, it just made me really like look at things differently, and I've been paranoid ever since. Even now, I do get invited to churches. Some people, they were saying like they get invited to this other big church. There's like all over South Africa, I won't mention names, where when you're there, you're praying and you close your eyes, they tell you to close your eyes and not open them. And then if you do open your eyes, apparently you see like your dead ancestor, like your relatives, but that passed away. And there's like so many weird things when it comes to church. So then that's why, just to be safe, because I like I said, I believe in the spiritual realm, and I don't want to, I know that I'm strong, spiritually, but I don't want to put myself in a situation where I am, targeted in that sense of someone trying to recruit me for some, cult, or someone trying to recruit me for, I don't wanna be, I know that I'm strong spiritually, like I'm saying, but I don't wanna be in a situation where I surround myself with those spirits. Because even my pastor always says, even the people that you surround yourself with, you may not be really part of what they're doing, but then spiritually they are able to like attack you and work on you and all of that stuff. So I really, when it comes to churches, that is actually the reason why I don't go to church. I only go to church when I'm back home, because I trust the church. Like, I trust my pastor, I trust everything there. I literally grew up in the church. All the belief systems that I have are from the church. Like, everything that is, I have is from the church. But doesn't mean that I'm not open to other churches. It's just that I am very cautious and I'm very paranoid when it comes to churches. So without this video being long, this is just a reason why I don't go to church, and also just a brief on this Amatoso case. Oh yeah, and then this case is actually just taking a turn for the worse, because this guy doesn't even show remorse. It's just like he's possessed by I don't know what. It's like he can't see he can't see whether whatever that he was doing to those girls is wrong or not. He gets there dressed to kill. And when I say dressed to kill, I mean like I'm going to a top billing interview kind of vibe. And throughout the whole, trial, he's just smiling for the cameras. And then I don't know what I would say. I mean, I understand that, the attorneys and the lawyers, they're actually doing their jobs when it comes to like representing him. But it actually just breaks my heart that, as a lawyer, that's another thing also that I always think about when, I think a lot, by the way. That's another thing that I actually always think about when it comes to, being a legal practitioner or being a lawyer is, I'm sure those people that represent that guy, it's not like they sit there and they are proud. They go home, they see their daughters, and they are proud to say, I'm defending a rapist that raped someone's daughter who was the same age as my daughter. Like, I'm sure it's not that easy, and but then I guess, like I was saying on this other video, I mean, money is important, and all for money. But anyways, that'll be all for now. So if you've got an experience with a church, or you'd like to invite me to your church, then it's fine. Please comment in the comment section.